Welcome to English with Isaac, and welcome also to the very first episode of Why Do Native Speakers Say This? In this series, we'll explore everyday English expressions that native speakers use all the time, but that often leave English learners thinking, wait, what does that actually mean? And today's expression is I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Now, here is the strange part. Native speakers say things like, I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid we are closed. I'm afraid that's not correct. But nobody seems to be afraid. So, what's really going on? Let's find out. Now, here is the secret. When native speakers say, I'm afraid, they are often not talking about fear at all. Instead, they are using it to make bad news, disagreement, or refusal sound softer and more polite. Think of it like wrapping bad news in a soft blanket. The message is still the same, but it feels much kinder. For example, imagine you walk into a cafe and ask, do you still have chocolate cake? The waiter smiles and says, I'm afraid we are sold out. Is the waiter frightened? Of course not. They are simply giving you bad news politely. Here is another example. Your friend asks, can you help me move house this weekend? You reply, I'm afraid I can't. Again, you're not scared. You're just saying no in a polite way. Or imagine you're taking an English test and your teacher says, I'm afraid that's not the correct answer. Your teacher isn't afraid either. They are simply correcting you gently. Now, let's do a quick challenge. Which sentence sounds more natural? A, I'm afraid I don't agree. Or B, I'm scared I don't agree. Of course, the answer is A, because I'm afraid here doesn't mean you are frightened. It's simply a polite way to disagree. Now, here is something important. When we talk about real fear, we use afraid of. For example, I'm afraid of spiders. She's afraid of flying. He's afraid of heights. Now we are talking about genuine fear. So here is today's simple rule. I'm afraid we use it for a polite way to give bad news, disagree, or say no. And I'm afraid of, we use it for real fear. Simple, natural, and exactly how native speakers use it every day. Now I would love to hear from you. Before watching this video, did you think I'm afraid always meant someone was scared? Or is there another English expression you've heard that has always confused you? Leave it in the comments. I read every comment, and your suggestion might become the next episode of Why Do Native Speakers Say This? Okay, if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to subscribe for more practical English, real-life expressions, and insight into how native speakers really speak. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep sounding more natural. Dякую and pobачення.